Hello, guys, and welcome to this live streaming of Game of Thrones reaction and impromptu, really, because we were watching Game of Thrones that millions of you have done, and I'm just gonna. And then we were so shocked by the episode last week, and then this week, the next episode, that we really wanted to see reactions from people, and when we got into the show, we really got surprised that there were not many reactions on YouTube. And then we start watching different YouTubers, their reactions, and we say, hey, wait a minute. Humbly, I should say, we can make a better job than this.
Yes, for sure.
Some of the comments were really stupid, in my opinion. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, but well, maybe I will make some stupid comments myself. But anyway, we needed to express our reaction, so we're just making this impromptu YouTube video.
And we would really love to hear your reactions, so please chime in, join the live chat. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, so after last week was epic. I had to make a brief comment about last week because I have to say I couldn't sleep very well.
Me neither, for 2 hours.
I was really shocked, and it was difficult to sleep that night, and yeah.
Well, really watching it, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. It was just shocking. One surprise after another, and like you, I couldn't sleep for several hours, and I wasn't even sure because it was such a dark episode, not just, with so many deaths, but it was dark. So it was hard to see who survived and who got hurt. So I was up for a while trying to figure out, did this person die? Did that person die? Because they looked so close to being killed. But it was just such an, on the edge of your seat episode. It was so, so good. I think it may be one of the best episodes. And I'm not really into the whole fighting type scene kind of person,
but that fight
was really good.
I mean, they build it up, and it was really, wow, what's gonna happen, and I think also in terms of the cinematography, it was really amazing. The shots were made really in an amazing way. When we pan from character to character, you can see the master, how can I say, the mastery of their craft, you know what I mean? So it was beautiful in that sense too.
And really the way it was written, the people that died, they all had a good death. The Lady of Mormont, it was she's the young girl, small, petite, and she fights the big giant, White Walker. And what's the irony in there? She was there protecting her people. She was a warrior, and she killed him. And then Jor, forgot his name. But
let's describe him.
Joran, I think his name. I'm sorry, I forget it. And he died too, so forgive me. But he died protecting Daenerys. He loved her.
Oh yeah, that guy.
He loved her from the very beginning, and he died protecting her, and that was just wow. If you're gonna go, this is.
And we were all expecting that Jon Snow was gonna fight the Night King when he got chasing him and said, that's it, this is gonna be the epic fight we all were waiting for. But then the Night King was so freaking coward, in my opinion, and he just arose his armies.
Well, the Night King, his goal was to get to Bran, so he did what he needed to do. And he's gone now, but there are some people that suspected that he was a Targaryen, because he obviously didn't die from the fire. So I don't know what your thoughts are out there, but feel free to chime in.
That's a possibility too. But I was really expecting a fight with Jon Snow, and I guess we were left to see what we saw. So, but what I was gonna say. Well, and that was the last episode, but today's episode was really also great, and I was seeing some people commenting that it was no good. I thought it was great. I mean, we knew the next war was with Cersei, and we had to go to King's Landing and fight the last fight. But in this episode, things are not told directly. You could see here the conflicts of power. The real Game of Thrones is at play now, because I have to say that the Night King story arc is really like a zombie movie. Let's be clear about that. It's awesome. I love it.
Good. I don't like zombies either.
I like zombies, but this was perfectly made in a different way, in a medieval way. So I love it. But I mean, the real story here is the Game of Thrones, right? That's the title. So the conflicts of power, the that thirst for power that Cersei has, and that also, the Mother of Dragons, Khaleesi, has.
I mean, she is definitely one that wants the throne, and she feels like she's almost entitled to it to some degree because of her history, her past, how she kind of, was not burned, and she couldn't, her children are these dragons that are powerful, mythical, and she's the only one. So, she feels like she's almost entitled. And then you really see it in this episode, because you see how she's a little torn, because she loves Jon. Jon is technically her nephew, so...
Which is something that doesn't make that much sense. How can he be his nephew, being practically of the same age? But whatever, I mean, it's a fantasy, so we can stretch that into anything.
We,
but
we didn't
still,
read the books. Well, I didn't read the books, so maybe... Perhaps I had heard that Targaryens live longer, or they have longer lives. So who knows?
But anyway, we had a hint of this conflict when the both advisors of Dany can come together to talk about the future of the kingdom, right? We can see that Dany, it's really it. I think his thirst for power is great. I mean, yes, she has this kind of righteous thought in her mind that she wants to free the seven kingdoms, and actually, she has done that in many cities that she has gone, right? She has liberated many of the slaves, but she does it with the condition that she is their ruler. So it's not like she comes, she liberates, and then she let them to rule themselves and leave.
She's trying to do it with, sort of, she's trying to gain loyalty by, winning their heart, if you could say. But if you watch it in the very beginning of this episode, where they're celebrating the fact that, they won and they killed the Night Walkers, a lot of the attention's not on her, and you can see she's not comfortable with this. She looks like she's almost a little bit jealous of Jon. I don't know what your thoughts are, but she looked like she was a little jealous, and then she leaves, kind of quietly into her own room.
I think it was, yes, she definitely was jealous of the lack of attention to her and all the attention on everybody else. But I read that also as different emotions. Like, for example, she felt, okay, I really do not belong here. I'm not a person from the north, and they are kind of setting me apart. They are kind of isolating me. And then I see it also what you say, that kind of I don't know, megalomaniac thing that, okay, I am the queen, I am the queen of freaking dragons. I kind of save all of you, so how come you are not putting all your freaking attention to me and kind of bowing to me and dancing to me? You are all doing it to Jon Snow, which, let's be frank, in that he really didn't do much in the fight.
True.
You know what I mean? But of course, you can argue that her sister, or half sister, or not sister at all now,
cousin technically, Arya,
killed the Night King and saved the day. But you can see all those, probably, of course there are speculations on my part, but all those things could have been going through her mind at that time. And it's great. It's great scripting.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's good. And then, later on you see she goes to his room, and she basically gives him, an idea of what to do and kind of an ultimatum. This is a way we can stay together, keep it a secret, don't tell anybody, and we could basically be together.
So in other words, she made it clear that her priority is the Iron Throne, and that's it. If she doesn't get this freaking Iron Throne, then nothing else really matters. And it's you can't really blame it completely to her because she's been putting her own blood into this fight from a long time. So obviously she's not losing sight of her goal, not even after she found her other half, if that's what John is. Because sometimes I feel that everything develops so fast between them that it's kind of also a little bit odd to see all that devotion. But anyway, what do you think?
Please tell us, and please feel free to chime in. Chat. Let us know what your thoughts are. We'd love to hear from you. What do you think about Jamie and Brienne? Oh my goodness.
Yes.
We've been watching them for a while. Some of the folks I've talked to that also watch the show did not think that Jamie had, had the hots for her, that it was just Brienne having the hots for him. But I knew it from the very beginning that they both seem to have like a mutual respect and love for each other in some way, different from the whole Jamie and Cersei thing, obviously. I mean, that's incest, but that's a whole nother story. But, I think Jamie and Brienne, they went through a lot together, and their love is different, and that they respect each other, and they finally got together. Like, wow, it's true, so I can, of course, talk to my friend who also worked Game of Thrones, tell her, yes, I was right, but I was so disappointed that he left her.
But I think, some people were saying online that he left because, which I think they just read what he said to her literally, like he's rotten too, so that's why he's leaving. I think he left because he saw that, like you said to me, you commented to me this right after the episode, that he saw that there is a possibility that Cersei will win, and he couldn't just stay there in the north, sleeping, and while the other people were dying, when he knew he has access to Cersei. He knows that if he goes to King's Landing, he will be able to see her and maybe do something. That's why I have some suspicion that he may actually kill her or be a key element in her demise. Because when he left King's Landing to fight the Night King, I think he knew that was it between him and Cersei. I think in his mind that was it. Okay, of course this is speculation, but that's what I think. And that's also why he slept with, Brienne. That was like the seal that he really broke up and is done with her. He moved on, and you see Cersei sleeping also with the guy from the ships. I don't remember his name now.
Greyjoy.
Yeah, whoever, she did that too, and she shared a crocodile tear, and now she even told him that he's gonna be his son.
Yeah.
So there is nothing more besides the fact that he sent somebody to kill both of his brothers. I think nothing is more like a conclusion than that, right? She wanted to see them both dead. She cannot kill them directly when they are in her face, but she wants them dead nonetheless.
Yeah, it's kind of like the silent killer. So the thing is, did Jamie go back to King's Landing to sort of help Cersei? I don't know. But what he said before he took off, he says she's a hateful person. He is also a hateful person. So you can sort of, I don't know, make your, call there where he was like kind of going to her because now maybe does he hate her? I don't know. She's carrying his child and he knows that. So maybe not. I don't think he would kill her, but I don't think she liked or he liked what she did in terms of sending someone to kill him, and then basically now she's with somebody else. I mean,
at the same time, are we sure that that's Brian's kid? Because
you mean
Jamie's kid? Because when Cersei told him that she was pregnant, he asked her, "Is it
no,
mine?"
That was different. He was saying like, "Who are you going to tell is going to be the father?" And she said that she was going to tell people it was Jamie's and finally admit and tell the truth. So that's why.
Oh, I didn't
but
catch that.
She betrayed him obviously because you saw in this episode that she told Greyjoy that it was his child. So But again, I am really disappointed that he left Brienne. Oh, that was like the story of the two people you wanted to like get together, like the two most, unlikely people to actually get together, and everybody loves the story. At least I do. So, anyways.
Yeah.
I'm curious how that's gonna end, and I was disappointed to see him ride off and Brienne crying, and
Yeah, that was nice to see.
he broke her virginity, so
And she finally showed a lot of emotion there, and
Yes.
that was really nice to see. Although she did that in the previous episode when she was knighted, so
yeah,
it's
she's
really
a
good.
great actress.
She's a
You
great
could-
actress, yeah.
You can almost see it in her eyes, like what she's thinking or feeling.
Yeah, I think all these actors are great. They are saying 1,000 things in their expressions, and that's what acting is, right? So.
So, what do you think about the sort of what else happened with?
Well, I was listening to some comments on the internet saying that they killed the dragons too soon, and I don't think so. I think that first of all, in the past episode, I thought they killed both dragons, 2 out of 3 dragons, because one was an undead and was killed, and then another one seems like it's mortally wounded and falls down, and you don't see it anymore. So I thought, okay, there is only one dragon left, and that's the one that Dany is riding, right? But then in this episode, we see the second dragon alive, and then it's killed by. Very surprisingly.
Yeah, it kind of happened fast.
It was fast, but I think since you have 3 dragons, there is still dragons at play, so it was a very shocking moment. Like you were, whoa, wait, and I think that was the intention, right?
Well, that's the intention. First, there's only 2 episodes left, so they gotta, kind of accelerate some of the stuff and make you anticipate what could possibly happen next.
Which, by the way, I don't understand why they made only these little episodes in this season, and then they make episodes that are 1 hour, 30 minutes, or 25 minutes. Why not making another episode and keep to the 1 hour timeline? I really don't get it.
Maybe that's just.
They want the continuity in the episode.
Yeah, maybe they just have to end it in a certain way. Is my guess.
Well, I don't know. I just feel it's better to have 1 more episode, than having extra long episodes. Well, I don't know. So anyway, so yes, they had to close everything up in 2 episodes now. So, but there is not that much left besides getting King's Landing and deciding who's gonna sit on the Iron Throne.
Well, yeah, and they killed off some folks. What did you think about Tyrion at the very end? Kind of trying to do the negotiation, and then you thought that he was going to get killed.
Yeah, I thought
you thought
that was
Cersei's
it.
going to let those arrows fly.
Yeah, but she showed again that she cannot kill him directly or in his face. But I think maybe in the next episodes we are gonna see his demise, because
Think so?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna last to the end. That's my speculation. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know, I had that feeling, and it's not because they have been trying to kill him since the beginning, but I don't know, I had that feeling that he's getting himself out there too much, and he's gonna get it.
Too many risks.
He's gonna get it, yeah.
Well, they've been saying, like, don't you think someone else should be ruling, not Daenerys. It could be a surprise person. I don't know.
It could be somebody else.
Somebody,
right?
not your, Jon Snow, not Cersei, not Dany. What if it's, I don't know, Sansa, Arya? What if it's Tyrion? Tyrion can make it to the very end.
Yeah, that could be a very surprising turn of events.
He's very even keeled, right?
Yeah.
He could rule. He seems to know how to play the chess game.
One thing is for sure, there's still very key people to die in the next 2 episodes, so anything can happen. I could even see Jon Snow dying again, and because now they have this conflict, so they even marry and rule together, but that's unlikely because Dany is just doesn't want to share. You can see that, you can see that she wants to be the supreme leader. She doesn't want anybody shadowing her. She feels she doesn't want anybody to cast a shadow on her. So either she goes or Jon Snow goes or both go. You know.
Well, really, the news is out because remember, Jon said, "Don't tell anybody, swear by it." Next thing you know, I mean, word travels really fast, and they're telling everybody. Tyrion knows, and Eunuch knows. They're talking about it, so people are gonna find out. And they said, "What, 8 people?" So that means everybody. So
yeah, and we actually kind of knew. I know everybody knew when we were watching this that when you say to somebody, "Oh, can you keep the secret of it, please?" That's like already spilling it out, you know. And I think Sansa's thinking about breaking her promise is that since Jon is not really family, you know, when Jon says, remember when Jon is asked why and why would you keep a promise, and says because we're family, right? But then after that,
they're still family.
Yeah, but not as close, you know. So probably that's what she's thinking.
But also Sansa doesn't want. You could tell she doesn't trust.
But you know why?
Daenerys.
Because she had a conversation with the Khaleesi and telling her what about the North? What happens after you win? And Khaleesi, instead of saying, you know, don't worry, you know, being diplomatic, you know what I mean, and just don't worry, the North is gonna be fine. You can keep its independence as long as you don't claim yourself to be king of the 7 kingdoms, whatever. Then Sansa will say, okay, that's good, that's fair. But no, what did she do? She was all like flustered and almost mad, and I remember she withdrew her hand when she were holding hands, and so of course she's a threat. She's a threat to the North.
She couldn't answer that question with, you know, really, because in her mind she wants full power.
She's completely drunk on power, like all good dictatorships that want complete domination of everything. She is a different version of Cersei, you know, but she's a version of her.
She tries to do it maybe with kindness.
She does kindness, but she's also ruthless. Like when she has people that don't want to bow to her, what does she do?
True.
She burns them alive, like she did with those 2 guys, remember?
With Sam's brother and father,
She could have enslaved, put them in prison or something, but what did she do? She burned them freaking alive. So it's not like she's the benevolent leader. No. She's not like, okay, no. She's really there to dominate, and she needs supreme control and supreme recognition of her authority, and whoever goes against that is going to be burned alive.
Yeah, I think Tyrion, because he made a comment about her like that, you know, she'll be a good ruler, you know, she's not that kind of person. I think he's wrong about that because of the things she has done.
I think Tyrion will be a good ruler. He can be benevolent, reasonable, he is diplomatic, you know, he has the skills, and he's not drunken with power. He wants to do things for the good of the people. But Daenerys she has that flaw. Of course, almost anybody can be better than Cersei. Let's be clear about that. Cersei doesn't only have all those characteristics, but she's truly, you know, evil.
Evil, ruthless. She's willing to kill her brother, one of them who she had a relationship with, who was the father of her kid. I mean, like. So
she is the perfect, in a way, the perfect villain. So we are clear she's a villain. Before, when she had her kids alive, we were not clear that she was the villain, right? We actually had some sympathy for her, especially when that famous episode of The Shame, and we felt sympathy to her. We actually wanted her to be the ruler of the of King's Landing. I don't know if you remember that. We actually rooted for her to be but then that all changed, and now she has become 100% the villain, and Khaleesi is the hero, but she's a hero with a dark side too. I think probably the true hero, the one that is, let's say, lawful good, if you like Dungeons and Dragons, that probably you do, because if you're watching freaking Game of Thrones, you probably know about it. The only lawful good person is Jon Snow.
But Jon Snow doesn't want to be the ruler.
That's why he's lawful
Let's
good.
not forget that, yeah.
Because he doesn't want that.
He didn't want to be ruler of the North.
And he's willing to bend the knee and give the rule to somebody that he recognized is more powerful than him.
Yeah, for the greater good. He did it for the greater good. And he was reluctant because he didn't want to lose the trust of his people or the respect of his people, but he did it for the greater good. But he also did say he did not want to be the ruler. He did not want to be, ruler of the Iron Throne, or have the Iron Throne. So he doesn't want to be ruler.
He also probably doesn't want to be the ruler because he doesn't want to have conflicts. And he knows that when you are a ruler, you have to take some hard decisions, especially in that brutal medieval fantasy war, where there are people always wanted to kill you and etc. He's not willing to do that. He already died and resurrected once, so I think he got enough.
Yeah, and Melisandre's now, she's out. She can't come back to save him.
Talking about Melisandre, I thought that when she took her necklace of eternal life off, I'm now left thinking who and if somebody took that necklace, because who's gonna throw away such a device of power on the floor, and who is not gonna pick it up? You know what I mean? You throw something so powerful on the floor, somebody's bound to pick it up.
Wow. Well, you saw the ruby or whatever, the red stone. It was lit up, and when it kind of
but that's because it was not in contact with any person anymore, and that's why it lost its power. Although I think that is kind of an evil necklace because it kind of feds on people's lives or something, or on sacrifices to the light god or whatever.
I remember that little girl.
Yeah.
So, daughter. Oh,
so that's sad. Why she probably killed herself, because she couldn't stand, that guilt. She became good, after what happened, and that's why she did that.
What do you think about Arya and the Hound? They were they rode off together.
Yeah, the Hound, I think, is going back to King's Landing because his brother is there, and
the unfinished
they
business.
have some finished business with him, and Arya is going because Cersei is on her list.
Oh, that's right.
She is on her list, and she is going to try to kill her or something else.
Yeah,
especially now with the gained confidence that she killed the freaking Night King. You know what I mean? Single-handedly. So, what is Cersei compared to that?
Well, that's the thing. The Hound said, "I have some unfinished business." She said, "Me too."
What could it
Me
be?
too.
The Hound.
Yeah, that's true.
It can only be his brother.
Yeah.
And actually, now that I'm thinking, not his brother, but the guy we saw, the hand of Cersei. I don't know his name. The Frankenstein scientist.
The brother. That's the brother. That's her.
That's the brother.
That's the Hound's brother.
No, wait a minute. Isn't Sir whatever the one that he transformed? That is his brother. The big tall guy.
The big guy that's in the armor.
That's his brother.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that he's going back to kill the creator of his brother.
Oh.
Because it doesn't make sense that he's gonna kill his own brother. You know what I mean? He's gonna kill that guy that created that abomination.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm just guessing.
They had an interaction in previous episodes. I can't remember, but they obviously don't have a relationship. But
yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying because I don't think he's gonna kill his brother.
Maybe Arya. Maybe that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna be the one to kill Cersei. Maybe.
I think she's gonna try, but I can't. I think it's 90% impossible that they're gonna make her kill her too.
But Jaime.
It's too much.
Gonna come. Oh.
Yes, I think Jaime could be a surprise killer of Cersei, or at least somebody that opens the door for somebody else to kill her. That's how I see it. And
that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I do think Arya's going to go after her, but what is Jaime going to do? That's still the big mystery out there, because Jaime, I'm really disappointed that you left Brienne. You could have just stayed there, unless you were going to do something for the greater good.
There is also another thing, that Cersei is pregnant. So now that I'm thinking about is how are we going to deal with that in 2 episodes? It's possible that they make a 6 months later, they kind of go forward in time, because they're going to do some kind of blockade, right, to avoid food getting in there. So I don't know. I'm just saying, are they going to kill the kid in the womb too? I mean,
it takes 9-10 months. I don't know.
I know, but Yeah.
That seemed too far away.
But they made it clear that frontal attack is gonna be suicide.
Yeah, they did say that. You did mention the whole blockade and starving the people, or how she starved the people, or something like that, right? But that could happen. Never know. Never know.
Yeah, so I don't know. We have to see. And the last scene of this episode today, where Tyrion is back into the, what is the name of that castle?
I don't
I don't
know.
remember.
It's
It's very
like
cool one. The one
a
that
cave
has
almost.
that it's like a cave and has like paint,
Dragon.
like carvings of the dragons. I don't know why it led me thinking that there are more dragons to come. I know this may be something ridiculous that I'm just thinking, but I'm thinking one dragon is not enough now to beat Cersei. So
I don't know. Where would they come from?
I don't know. I'm just thinking that one dragon is not enough. You saw how quickly one was killed. So you saw how many ballistas they had. In each tower we had one. So the dragon, and you saw how the dragon tried to get close to the ships that were armed with that and had to go back.
Yeah.
So the dragon is out of the equation here.
Well, when they showed the preview of the next episode, you saw the Greyjoy on his ship, kind of looking up at the sky and hearing that, the dragon.
That's what I'm thinking.
You think
Maybe
it
it's
sounded
more
like
than
more
one.
than one?
It sounded more than one to me, but I don't know.
That would be a total surprise, though, because unless they made it and there was some dragon egg somewhere else, and
I know.
Daenerys didn't tell anyone.
I don't know. I'm really ready for anything. Oh, we have somebody just wrote to us. Hit it and.
I know. I was disappointed in Jamie too. Like, he conquered and he left.
I know.
But-
What the hell? Yeah, I know.
I hope he has more integrity than that. Please tell me he does.
Yeah.
Yes, I know he had some incest with his sister, but I thought he finally redeemed himself with real love, as someone he respects. But
Well, let's say that she didn't put too much resistance to that too. So I think she was happy no matter what. But you could see her feeling when he was leaving, And this kind of relationship has been building for a while, for a couple of seasons. So, yeah, I really think that he changed his mind about Cersei and he's done with Cersei. That's my feeling. And that he went back to King's Landing to actually try to feel better about all the bad that he has done. So in order to do that, to try to redeem himself, he will try to get Cersei's demise somehow or help. I don't know. That's what I think.
yeah, but she's carrying his child.
At the same time, in the first impression when you see that, you may think, "Oh no, she's going back." She, like you said, he hit and conquer. He did the deed, mission accomplished. And then let's go back to Cersei. But I don't know. I think he changed. I think he went to the light.
Did. I hope he did. I mean, look, he went up to the north, right, thinking this could be my last days. And he was with Brienne. He knighted her.
He took a lot of risk to go to the north, by the way,
Yeah.
alone, and
They could have killed him.
knowing that he could be totally killed or in prison or whatever. But he went there anyway. Like, I gave my word, so I'm gonna do it. So I think when he took that step, he renounced Cersei and everything that she represents. In my opinion, I think I see it that way. I could be wrong, but
But he left. That was a surprise. I thought he was going to just stay there and just kind of be with Brienne. I thought that was it. And that was his sort of ending. But, I don't know.
yeah.
What do you guys think? I mean, let us know.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway, next episode is gonna be, it kind of sucks. We have to wait another week, and then 2 more, and it's over. But remember, they announced that they are already in the works of a prequel.
I think, by the way, there was another thought I had. With the Greyjoy, I think the niece, Theon's sister, I think she's going to come back and kill him. She
Kill
hasn't
who?
come back. The uncle, the Greyjoy, Cersei's new boyfriend.
Oh, and kill who though? She's gonna come
Cersei's
back.
new boyfriend. Her uncle. Her uncle was the one that tried to kill her. Theon's sister. Remember
Yes.
Theon's sister?
Yes.
So she's alive.
Oh yeah. She maybe wants to
She's
take
alive.
revenge on him. Yeah.
She's alive. So
Last
she might
we
come
saw her,
back.
she was leaving for the islands or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, she may come back. You may
I
come
think she's
back.
gonna kill her uncle.
You know who I really wanted to see is that I don't know his name. Sorry, the many gods face, whatever. The one that she trained in
The god,
Arya.
the many
Yeah.
faces god.
I don't know. I like that guy. I thought there was some mystery there, and the way that that Arya could put different faces, and she has never done that again. You know, she didn't. She hasn't used that. So maybe we'll see her changing face when she gets to King's Landing. Maybe she can put a different face.
I thought that maybe with what do you
we're reading. Yes.
Yeah, that's his name.
He's gonna get. Yeah, he's gonna be killed by her. We agree.
That's gotta happen.
Yeah.
He deserves it. I think. He's an awful person.
That's like sweet revenge, you know, after what he did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What were we talking about before then?
But by the way, do you think Aaron really loves Cersei in a way, or he just wants power?
I don't know if it's love, maybe lust and power.
But not lost, because he already did the deed. So you know, it's maybe he just wants to be the king of the seven kingdoms. I don't know. But at the same time, it looks like he cares. I don't know. But we don't know enough about him, to be honest.
Yeah. Other than that, he's awful.
Oh, you think he's gonna kill Arya? The many faces? Wow, yeah. I'm telling you, that many faces guy, I like him. You know, he's like mysterious. He's like, you know, like some kind of master of. And we don't know if it's kind of a twisted evil, but it's not evil, and he has some hidden powers, you know, and the way that Arya left him hanging like that, you know, I know he tried to kill her. Remember, he sent the other girl to kill her because she betrayed him.
That's right.
But then he kind of forgive her, right?
Because she was not supposed to use that power for certain things. Is that why?
Yeah, exactly. He was not supposed to use the faces, but then he kind of forgive her. But at the same time. That's it for him. I mean, it's kind of really.
That's true. That was, you know, I could watch the whole.
Yeah, we
thing
could watch
all
that
over
again, all over again. Yeah.
To really understand that better, but maybe he'll come back. That would be interesting.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think she used the many face thing during that last scene when she killed the Night Walker, the king, the Night King.
He didn't. She was still her face.
Maybe she switched back. I don't know.
You
remember
mean maybe
that general that looked to
wait
the
a
right?
minute, you're right.
The hair move. Like maybe she pretended to be a Night Walker and then she came from behind and killed.
That would actually make sense, and then she transformed back at the last second.
Maybe, I don't know. That's the thought, because you know she came out of nowhere. But this is a show, so nothing.
I know we cannot watch this
make
with a critical, realistic view because it's ridiculous. I mean, but I always, you know, when I saw the past week, Arya jumping to kill the Night King, right? You see her jumping, but she's jumping from high above. So when I first saw that, I thought, wait, this is great. Arya was hiding on the freaking tree, and then she jumped from the tree. But she's not jumping from the tree. We saw it again today before the new episode, and she's actually jumping and the tree is in front of her. Yeah. So can you tell me how is it possible that she can jump from a hill to him?
But she got all that training when she was on that island with the man of, you know, the many faces thing. She got a lot of stealth training. Remember, she was like, she came out of no, she got this fierce warrior training and to be stealth and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, let me see. I feel he's gonna come back for her. If you were watching, Jon Snow was distracting the dragon.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Jon Snow. Well, yes, Jon Snow was kind of trapped with the. He was. You mean when he kind of. I saw that part when he's like tired of it and he just screamed at the dragon like, "Okay, kill me! I don't care anymore." But now that you mentioned that he was distracting the dragon, so maybe you say he saw Arya getting close and then distracted the dragon so she could get to the Night King.
I didn't see that part. It was so dark. The episode was really dark. I totally missed it, and we watched it twice.
He said, "Go, go."
He was talking.
Jon Snow said, "Go, go."
That's what he's saying. That's what this person said.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me? So when he screamed, he actually said go instead of. I thought it was
go back. Yeah, we have to go
oh
back.
my
and
god,
watch
and that would make total
Good
sense.
catch.
Thank you, man. I was like, what the hell? Why? I think Jon Snow he wanted to die. Yes, he was.
Well, no, I think he was just trying to
my
get
god,
through.
that's why he said go.
We have to watch it. We have to watch that episode
Holy
again.
crap! I had to rewind that. Yeah.
I totally didn't see Arya go by. I saw her leave when she was with Melisandre, and they had some exchange words. and
Thank
she
you,
got her
man. I was
confidence
so
back.
pissed about that. I was thinking, no way. I mean, yeah. Now it makes sense.
Interesting.
Holy crap! Thank you so much, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
See what happens when we all get together and talk about
yeah,
this
we
stuff?
need you guys.
These are all these little things that we
need our
miss.
friends. Yeah, wow.
These are all the little things that we miss.
Jesus, I didn't realize he said go. I thought he was just okay, kill me now, but that didn't make sense.
No, I thought he was just trying to get through and trying to get to Bran because.
But now it makes sense. He wanted to. She had to pass through the dragon because he was the last scene before we see her killing the Night King. She was in the freaking library, right? And then she started running, and then she passed through the people, and then this.
No, before she kills the Night King, the last time I saw her, she was talking to Melisandre.
Oh, thank you. I love you too. So yes, so he was running, trying to be stealthy or whatever, and then she was saved by the Hound, and then she just go away.
They were in that room with Melisandre.
The room with Melisandre. And then Melisandre kind of gives her the hint.
Eyes, yeah,
she gives him the hint, like do it. It's like
this
almost
is your
this is you
time.
had to do it, and then she went. Oh, you subbed it. Oh yes. So yeah, that's a good idea actually. I asked if we should put the closed captions, and this time we didn't put it. Remember?
Yeah, we read it. Oh,
we should do that next time.
We did it last time.
I know.
I totally missed it, but there was so much stuff in that episode.
Yeah, oh man.
And it was really dark, and we had all our lights off.
Let me tell you, man. When we were watching it, my heart was in my freaking throat, and I was like, we turn off all the lights, right? We have a big TV, and we really created the movie theater environment because we knew it was gonna be epic, but we didn't expect it was gonna be that epic.
Well, it was that the whole episode at night.
We saw it the second time today, and of course it was not the same amazing reaction because we knew what it was coming. But the first time you see it and you don't know what's coming, it's really, really like. Although I had to say in a critical note that I really think the Night King was killed too freaking fast. I was expecting some freaking fight.
That build-up was so amazing. That build-up and him walking.
I know.
And those blue eyes.
I mean, it was great how they made Arya just suddenly kill him. I like that.
That was a surprise.
But I wished when Jon Snow was behind the Night King that they made at least some sword fight there. Something before the Night King freaking cowardly raised his freaking army of the dead again.
But that's him. That's his power.
By the way, do you see the little now? When I saw it the second time, do you see his little smile of the Night King when
yes.
he
the fire when he survived the fire?
Yes. Study, do you see that? The Night King when he was a little smile, like superiority and power, was like you can get to me. Yeah, you know, you have to get to them.
And the dragon.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I like that. That's like some emotion. Also, I was expecting him to talk, to say like, I got you or something. You know, I know they don't talk, which is kind of stupid because they have a mouth. So, but you know, and the king, right? The king should talk or say something. I was expecting he's gonna say something like, "I got you now," or something like, "This is your time. You're done," or like, "Finally," but nothing. You know. But at least he gave us some little smile.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's got to do a little bit of acting, but his eyes say it all, really.
Yeah, I know you agree. It was too quick, right? I mean, this guy, we're waiting for him to come for freaking how many episodes? Like for maybe like 3 seasons. We're waiting for Winter is coming, and when he finally comes, but you remember that, I don't know, was the season before or 2 seasons before where we saw a fight between the Night King and freaking Jon Snow, or was his general? So. No, he was his general and then him.
He killed the general.
That episode was epic. I don't know if you remember, Study, that episode when Jon Snow is fighting the freaking Night King. That was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was close to like last week's episode. How
I was expecting
on your seat it was.
Let me see. Oh yeah, that was pure evil, and he almost choked Arya. Yeah.
Well, he's trying to survive.
Yeah. Yes. The mountain versus the hound. Yes, I was telling her.
Oh, that's the name
yes,
of the guy that Frankenstein.
yeah, like a Frankenstein. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Because Cersei, I don't think she can. Well, I think she can fight. I mean, she really wants. She can fight, but it's gonna be before she fights. They're gonna make the mountain fight for her, right? That's his like henchman.
Yeah.
But you really think he's gonna fight the Hound? So brother versus brother?
Yeah, I think so. Because
Yeah.
the Hound, when he took off on the horse with Arya, he's like, I have some unfinished business. And that's been his thing the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not the first time he said that or alluded to that. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward for that fight, like you, Study. I think it's gonna be an awesome fight. I just hope they don't end it too quickly, because But at the same time, do you think, though, Study, that there is a chance for the Hound to win? I mean, that mountain looks like. Remember how he killed the Spanish guy? The Spanish guy that. Remember that Spanish guy that they have a duel, and
oh yeah.
the mountain killed him in 2 seconds.
Oh god, that was an awful death.
You remember that?
He gouged his eyes. Just
Yeah, in
crushed
2
him through his
seconds,
eyes.
he's like the Three Stooges, boom, and that's it. So I don't know if the Hound has a chance. Well, I guess we're gonna give him a chance because he's the good guy, right? But
He actually turned out to be a decent guy.
He
right?
turned out to be a decent guy, yeah. But maybe, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe both him and Arya are gonna defeat the Mountain. I don't think the Hound can do it alone, man. I don't think he can do it by himself.
I don't even know why they don't like each other. I don't remember. I guess
Who?
the Hound and
The brothers?
The brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they told the story of that in the first seasons, but it's been so many years ago that I don't remember.
Probably somewhere in the books that we
It
never
must
read.
be the backstory of that.
If any of you guys know that out there, let us know. Read the books.
I remember when he was created as the Mountain. Remember he was dying, and then he was pumped some stuff.
He was dead, technically.
Yes,
I
and
think.
he was resurrected by that Frankensteinish guy.
The doctor.
So yeah.
Weird.
Anyway.
What is that guy's role anyway? He's just
Who?
sort of his.
No, he's just like
his advisor.
He's like Tyrion. His advisor.
I see.
Yeah. So.
What else happened?
The only one that is left, by the way, because all the others are dead or been run.
What do you think about the wildling? At least he got
Yeah, that's kind of sucked that he said goodbye, right? Today was an episode of goodbyes too. The wildling. And again, I don't know his name. The guy with the red beard.
Yeah, but
he's such a cool guy, right? In this
he's
episode,
got good lines.
he has good lines, and he looks very like approachable and very relatable. Like you can see he really sees Jon Snow like a brother or more, like part of his family. So when he said to him, the North is in you, that's a great line in my opinion. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah. They do have like a brotherly type of love there.
It's
cute.
great. It's
cute.
nice. Yeah, I like it.
And it's so funny how he has a hots for Brienne. Maybe Brienne should have ended up with him. He would have been more loyal.
No, I think it's probably would be much better for her. But yeah, but I don't know. I don't know, because you saw how quickly he slept with whatever waitress was there.
Yeah.
So, but again,
that was cute.
Yeah,
that was cute. All's well that ends well. But that was cute.
Oh, you're right. He did. The Red Viper whooped the Mountain behind, but he got to. Yes, true. You're right.
He originally thought he was dead. The guy was on the floor.
Now I remember, man.
And
yeah,
then,
he was very agile. He used like a spear, like a spear. He was super agile. So.
He thought he was dead, and then he just came back up.
Yeah, the wildling would probably come and save the day. Yeah, you think? Yeah, that would be nice,
But I think the wildling went back to his.
It says he was gonna go back to the north, to the real north, which is what, the North Pole. I don't know.
Well, they live in the cold, and they're wild. That's why they're called the wild.
In the prequel that they're making, probably they're gonna give us the backstory of the Night King. That's another thing that is not very well. I don't know. I don't remember it being explained at all. Who the freak is the Night King?
There's the children of the whatever. Do you remember when Bran was first crippled?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when Bran was first crippled, and then there's these other young kids that were trying to save him, move him around? Children of the Forest, I think they were called. They did give a little bit of a backstory of the Children of the Forest, and then one of them being stabbed, and then he turned white, and then his eyes blue or something like that.
I don't know.
Something like that. I'm
they
sure
have
it's in the
remember
books.
the story. Ah, my
I'm sure it's
God!
in the books,
Remember
I just
the
don't remember.
Hodor?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
before he was killed, there was some
Yeah,
backstory
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Man, I totally
yeah.
forget that. Yeah. So, all right. Well, anyway, it was a great episode. Maybe we do this again next week.
Yeah.
I feel bad. We just started 3 episodes before the end to make comments, but you know.
Well, we were looking for sort of after show type comments to see what's going on and what people's thoughts were, and we didn't really see that much quality. So we're like, you know what? Why don't we do our own thing and let people hopefully join us and chime in and
Not to bad mom for anything, but I was seeing some people saying that the last week's episode was bad. I mean,
No.
how can you say that the last freaking episode was a bad episode? It was one of the most epic episodes of the whole series,
Yeah,
with the exception of the
that's-
one when Jon Snow is fighting
that's
Nike.
one of the. And again,
know.
I'm not a huge fight scene person, but it
No,
was
it
so
was,
good.
it was, and it was also artistically done. I mean, if you see the different shots, the way they shoot people, they shot people, not shoot. They shot people. The camera, how the camera moves between character and character, and also, oh, by the way, in YouTube there is a special of HBO about the behind the scenes of that episode. If you haven't seen it, I strongly urge you to see it. I don't know if it's still on YouTube or what, but it shows all the special effects that they did for that single episode. That single episode was a freaking masterpiece, and it took a lot of freaking work.
Yeah, like the what do you call it, the thing that lit up the trench, when they lit up the trenches. So it was a great. If you guys haven't seen it, it is on YouTube. It's like a 40-minute show done by HBO about how that episode 3 was done. It was amazing, and they showed about all the sort of props that they created, for the Night Walkers just laying down.
And the trench, that trench thing,
how they built it.
They built a freaking trench for real, and they fired it up for real with gas, and they put gas pipes on the bottom of that thing. And they filmed that in the real freaking in the north. I don't know, in somewhere cold. I don't remember which country it was, like Norway or something like that.
I don't remember.
Somewhere really cold, so it was insane.
Yeah, and because even the actors were in that show talking about how they were cold the whole time because they really actually filmed in a place that was frigid. So, but it's a really great show, guys. If you guys haven't watched it, but. Again, it's an HBO thing on YouTube.
Yeah, I strongly recommend you watch it. So, really looking forward for the next episode. I know it sucks that we had to wait a whole week to see it. We are really spoiled, guys. I'm really Netflix and Hulu and freaking, Amazon Prime has spoiled us with episodes that we can watch back to back and marathons, binge watching. And we are not used to having to wait, right, anymore. But I think it's actually better if you think it lasts longer, right? When you watch a whole series in a freaking week, it's like, it's too much. So that's the positive side of it. So.
And you get moments like these where you can sort of review and recap. Otherwise, you keep watching, and you miss stuff.
Because some series, are kind of stupid and they don't have really much to talk about. But these ones, like Game of Thrones and others, they have a lot of plots within plots. It's like a soap opera in a way. It has a lot of subplots and things that you can talk about. So it's really interesting.
It's good.
It's not shallow. You know what I mean? It could be shallow. I mean, you just focus on the fights and all that. But it's also a little deeper in fact that. If you start thinking about how each character thinks, their psyche, what they're trying to think, or maybe I'm just overthinking here, guys. I mean, I guess when you start thinking too much about these things, I'm starting to think that these characters are thinking a lot of stuff when they really are not thinking anything.
Yeah, don't overthink
But
it. Just enjoy it.
anyways, the script, I think it was a great story. I'm sad that it's coming to an end, but oh well. Anyway, all right. So we've been talking for about almost an hour. So it's been great, sharing this with you. Thank you, Stody. But before we go, I mean, your name is Stody and passed real estate exam with me. Can I ask you a question? A stupid question. Are you studying to pass the real estate exam?
Just answer.
Just tell me.
Yes.
I'm now very curious. And is it difficult? I heard it's difficult. I think, I had some people saying that they failed it a couple of times. So
it can't be easy.
it can't be that easy. Yeah, it has to be difficult. Well, they do it also like a filter too, I guess. So.
But anyways, we appreciate your input.
Thank you so much,
picked
man.
up some things that we did not realize.
Yes.
So
no, you're making me think now, and you're gonna make us go back to that freaking episode because I'm recording everything with the TiVo thing, with the the recording, so I can go back and we're gonna go to that spot when Jon Snow is saying go.
Yeah,
I
totally
really need
missed
to check it out, man. Yeah.
And we have a decent TV.
Yeah, our TV is not bad. It's not 4K though. We bought one. Oh, that's your wife's name. I had no idea she has this stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I know. I don't know why either, but okay, that's fine.
It's all right.
Sometimes we put crazy names. Like my name, it's a name that I used in 2002. To create. I don't know why, but I just use it like that, and I created whatever 2002. So it happens.
But we appreciate your comments and some of the stuff like Children of the Forest, That Lived in the Rum. Yeah.
Yeah, we for sure we need to
Aegon
watch.
said. Yeah,
we need to
Aegon
check it
Johnson.
out. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for watching, and you know what? We're gonna do this next week. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
I think we have better input.
Yes. When he screamed at the dragon. Yes. We're gonna check that out for sure, man. It's not gonna pass. I gotta check it out.
Thanks.
Come back to you next week. It's the episode. It's 9 to 10:30 sometimes. So after maybe 15 minutes after, once we are passing the first shock, we're gonna come back and we're gonna do this again. So if you can tune in again, it's gonna be awesome sharing with you. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. I really
Thanks
appreciate
for
it.
watching and listening.
Yes, and if this works out, we're gonna be doing this more often, also with other series, with the ones that will come. By the way, there's another series that I like and that I'm watching is Nightfall. I don't know if you have seen it. It's also medieval. I don't know. Probably, I kind of like all this medieval stuff. So this Nightfall is pretty good. Mark Hamill, the guy that makes Luke Skywalker, is just started in season 2. Season 1 is available on one of the streaming services, and season 2 is actually playing now on the History. So that's another series that maybe we can talk about. But for now, let's focus on Game of Thrones.
Yes, Game of Thrones.
Thank you so much, and
Thanks.
I see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.